Great looking full splice playing machine right here for you. Just came into our inventory by way of one of our favorite West Coast cue makers, Mr. Jeremy Thomas, aka JT Custom Cues. Jeremy always does a super good job with every single aspect of his cue making, and that's a fact. Anytime we ever sell one of these, the only complaint that we ever have is that the people who get them can't put them down, and that's a fact. He builds his cues to hit really solid. Now, in this case, this is, of course, a true full splice. What you're looking at here is heavily figured Mexican Cocobolo. It's got that real burnt kind of lava look to it. And then when you transition or turn it from one side to the other, it has figures of black, orange, red, all the way through. Heavily figured curly maple up front. And then what's interesting is this. I'm going to point out to you one thing out of many things that JT does really good, and that's his ring work. Okay, what you have here is some definitely what we like to consider special ring work. I'll give you a little bit of a kind of a close-up on that. Okay, so what you've got, it's a full splice Mexican Cocobolo and figured curly maple cue. So you can see the Mexican Cocobolo on the slick handle and, of course, the figured curly maple up top. But I want you to really focus in on that ring right there. It's got a jet black linen micarta collar with 8 stitch decorative ring sets in all positions. The ring sets are green and purple veneer stitched into black linen micarta between green, purple, and copper rings. Wow. So just think of what I just said there. I don't want to repeat it, so go ahead and just play the tape back. LOL. But look at how much work goes into what you're looking at there. Now, the copper with the purple and with the green, that copper in the middle just really stands out. And I love that extra special touch. You've got the copper pin right there. That's a big pin, of course. And the pin is a 3/8-10 modified. So 3/8-10. This cue combined total is an even split of 58.5 inches. Now, if you haven't noticed yet, this really super dark Kielwood shaft, yes, that's included, of course. It's got the matching ring work. JT's Kielwoods, whenever he is fortunate enough to get this quality of a Kielwood right here, I promise you this much. You will love the way this thing looks and plays. Look at how it's got that kind of real dark, deep chocolate type work to it. You can see the figure going through it. Here's what's really cool. Just like those rings, how he does the green in there, this has got green snake Juma and micarta up top. That micarta, I'm pronouncing it wrong, that right there within itself, and I was telling a really good player about this recently, when a cue maker does that as a ferrule by itself, it just seems to hit really good. It's a personal preference thing, but I tell you what, anybody that ever does that always seems to love it. But I like how he does that extra special touch, putting that snake Juma right there underneath. That way it has a great match to the cue. People have said, when are you getting some shafts that are not quote unquote baseball bats, right? In other words, some people don't like thick shafts. This is a 12.3, again, total length 58.5 inches, okay? The Kielwood is what he considers to be his figured dark roasted maple, aka a Kielwood shaft. It's got a stretched pro taper. JT worked for a long time to develop what he calls a stretched, nice and long pro taper. I own a shaft of his like this, and I really like it. Again, it's got the green snake Juma and brown micarta ferrule, and that's an ultra skin black medium tip. Shaft is 12.3, and it weighs 3.2 ounces. The butt weighs 15 ounces, and again, that's a polished copper modified 3/8-10 joint pin right there. So, again, this is designed to be low deflection. That's the reason why the shaft is a lower weight shaft. Okay, so a lot of shafts are 4 ounces. This shaft is designed to be lighter weight, and the ferrule, if you're not used to playing with something like this, the reason why it's so small, when you lower the front end mass, lower the weight on the front of the cue, it creates or helps you to decrease, I should say, the deflection. So full splice, made directly by our good friend from Oceanside, California. Thank you again, JT. I always brag about his finish. That's the clear that's on the cue. You'll never get me to stop bragging about his ring work. Look at that again one more time. But the actual finish of his cues always comes out extremely nice. Whatever he's doing over there, he needs to keep on doing it because he does a really good job. We get these from time to time and they always sell very fast. If you're interested, send us a message through the website, crossroadcues.com. There's also a contact form, or you can call or text the number. We do also have financing available, crossroadcues.com.